LA Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 10-yard line.
Levis. And his throw here is incomplete. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Award Show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why, because he takes the ball away, because he gets to the football. The only way a defensive back ever wins this award is because they have a number of interceptions, takeaways, knockdowns, all of that. Add it all together, he's created a lot of big plays.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Juju in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The Chargers at 9-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize himself.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Okay, ready? Back to 60, back to 60. Ready?
LHN on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound The Rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality and pound the rock.
19 Tigers. Roll.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Devon Achane from 17 yards out. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You look at this Bears defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
On 2nd down, Rainey, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Levis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Second down, here's Levis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the right sideline.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Bauer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Flush to it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll send Watson in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Running right, here's Achane. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. 3rd down and 1. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21, Chargers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Levis, he's going to audible to something else. On second down now, Rainey. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Bauer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A quick pass out to Juju. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Working from the gun, here's Levis. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 5-yard line. Bit of a mental breakdown there. Not sure why he left the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Come on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative.
70 Timberwolves. Viking 18. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do is maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And quickly, they get to the line.
18 rounders, 70 Rangers.
To throw on second down. Bauer, he sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, Bauer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Levis from the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Levis to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Murphy now to return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bears add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Rainey. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown Bears. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Second and 7. They'll send Watson in motion right. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Juju in motion left. Levis now on second down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rainey, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's a running play for Juju. There he goes left side. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, LA. Juju Smith-Schuster. 69 yards. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. But what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Murphy. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw their John to the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bauer. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 boxes, 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Pioneer, Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun, Bauer. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky. That
rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Levis on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Adetomiwa Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors 70, come 19, come 19. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Panther 11, Panther 79 Broncos.
Throwing to start the drive. Bauer, a short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And outbounds right around the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Bauer. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's It's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They can just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Rig alert, rig alert. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 49, Chargers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 60, check Bobcat, check Bobcat.
Levis looking to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Vmtb1. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down. Bauer flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, Bauer. Here's Booker on the catch. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort